the only reason why I'm here is because he was a brother, right? Yeah. And because he's my best friend. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's why I came over here to talk to you.
Yeah. No,
I love you.
Yeah, no,
I love you.
Yeah,
15.
I just wanted you to, you know.
Yeah.
No.
And I understand, bro. I read the Bible. I just need revelations. But you know, and I wrote, and I read the breakdowns and all that. And you know, sometimes I feel like it's not personal.
No, it's not personal. That's the thing. It's not personal to me.
Right,
but it's gonna be personal to the God that you worship.
But look, you got these Buddhists that never know about Jesus Christ. You know,
because Christ didn't send his disciples unto the Buddhists, or the Hinduisms, or the Muslims, or the Christianity. They're not saved. Christ only hold that. Get Matthew 15:24.
Jesus Christ didn't come.
Christ just told us that those that endure to the end shall be saved.
Jesus Christ came for the Jews, but they didn't listen. So he looked the other way. Who was the other way? It was all of us.
It was the Israelites.
No.
It was the Israelites that was turning to Gentiles.
He was supposed to get denied by the famous people, by his own people, and by
weren't there Jews that believed in Christ?
Poor people. All three of them were supposed to. All three of them were supposed to deny him, and that's why he came to us, to the minority. That's why we're so faithful to him, and that's what's in the Bible. I don't know.
You just keep saying, I don't know.
I don't know, but I just.
And then the scriptures say to the law and to the testimony, if they don't speak according to this word, because there's no light in them. So you're saying, I don't know, and you're saying everything is opinion. You don't have light if you're not speaking to the law and to the testimony. There's not one scripture that you brought up.
Light and put it under the
We understand. You know what that's talking about? It's talking about quenching a brother's spirit.
I know.
That's what that's speaking about.
I know, like two people come together.
And then that's also dealing with hiding your talents in the napkin. That's what that light being put under the breast was talking about.
Okay, what is that?
Right? Get what you got? Yeah, get 15:24.
Matthew 15:24. But he answered and said,
right?
I am not sent.
Christ said, I am not sent. Go ahead.
But into the lost sheep.
Into the lost sheep. Right? That were considered Gentiles at the time. Go ahead.
Of the house of Israel.
Of the house of Israel. Now go to 1 Corinthians. Go to 1 Corinthians 10. 1 Corinthians 10. I'm going to show you who these Gentiles are.
1 Corinthians 10:1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant.
Right, this is Paul speaking to the Corinthians in Corinth, right? Where the Gentiles were. Go ahead.
How that all our fathers.
Paul was considered what? This is New Testament. This is New Testament. This is King James. Go ahead.
We're under the cloud. And all passed through the sea.
Who passed through the sea?
Moses.
Go ahead.
And we're all baptized unto Moses.
These are the people that were all baptized unto Moses. Who did Moses take to the Red Sea? What nation of people? The Israelites. Because Jews is a derivative of the word Judah, which only deals with the southern kingdom. That's why they call it the Jews. Right? Go ahead.
In the cloud and in the sea. And did all eat the same spiritual meat.
Right? These is the Israelites that was taken through the cloud. Through the sea and under the cloud. Now get chapter 12. Yeah. Go ahead.
12:1. 1 Corinthians 12.
Yeah.
Verse.
Yeah, where you at? No, I did not come. I don't even know where you live. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's right down the street. It's a little bit further down. It's a little bit further down.
I'm on my way. Where you at?
At least they recognize what's going on. That's a lot of them just stuck. What the hell is looking like?
us to finish the scripture, man?
I sure do. Hold on, let me get my brother.
Sacramento is this district. They don't need God. They need the Most High. They do not need mosque.
Yeah, go ahead.
Get that.
1 Corinthians 12:1.
Uh-huh.
Now concerning spiritual gifts,
Right.
brethren,
Brethren,
I would
go ahead.
not have you ignorant.
Right, don't be unlearned, be.
Ye know that ye were Gentiles,
Word
Gentiles,
Gentiles, go ahead.
carried away unto these dumb idols.
Unto these dumb idols. So who was carried away into dumb idols? Get Ezekiel 14. You know who's carried away into dumb idols?
Yeah, probably like this.
Because you know the history of the Bible right there with the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Canaanites, Perizzites, the Jebusites.
And I kind of mixed up, like, just like a lot of mixed things going on. And you got to go to one chapter, you go to the next chapter.
That's called precept upon
Yeah,
precept.
yeah. So yeah, man. I probably need a little bit of help, man.
We here to help you.
Yeah, no.
It's gonna be. We gonna keep it brief.
I know what I'm saying is, you know what I mean. I need to just like you do it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why we here for you, brother. We're not here to fight with you, fight against you.
Because I read the Bible, right, and I haven't read Revelations, but I know enough to not be mixed up. But like I said,
We'll show you a couple of things out of Revelations
yeah,
too that coincide.
So we just never talk it out.
Yeah. Did you grow up Catholicism?
Nah, I grew up.
Let me bring this up.
Yeah, bring this out, right?
Ezekiel 14:4.
Carried away into dumb idols.
Ezekiel 14:4. Therefore speak unto them, saying to them, thus saith the Lord God,
right?
every man of the house of Israel,
Every man of the house of who?
of Israel,
Right? And not the whole world, but the house of Israel. Go ahead.
that set up his idols
Set up his idols, read,
in his heart,
in his heart. Go ahead.
and put up the stumbling block of his iniquity
Right,
before his face,
of his iniquity. That's a stumbling block of our people, these idols. Right? Dealing with this guy first and foremost. Right? Dealing with this dude, Christian churches, dealing with who the world's, sees as Virgin Mary, right? Guadalupe, right? What they call them, El Salvador, Mexico, and all the so-called Spanish, lands. Right?
you got to give her blood real quick.
Quick.
Oh shit.
Unless you're gonna run.
Yeah, get this to her. Oh, this ain't this one.
Sure.
Possibly. Yeah, get this to her.
Right? So these are Israelites that was carried away into dumb idols. Right? Give Ephesians 2. Give Ephesians 2. Don't further expound on who these Gentiles were in the New Testament. Because a lot of people always think that these Gentiles are speaking about the rest of the 18 nations. Not
Who are the Gentiles?
Let's read.
Well, you're a Gentile right now. I was a Gentile once before too. Right? Go ahead.
Ephesians 2:11. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past,
Right, in times past. Go ahead.
Gentiles in the flesh,
Go ahead.
who are called uncircumcision
Right?
by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands.
Right? Because our people, they might have been circumcised through the flesh, but in their heart and their mind, they're not circumcised. They're not keeping the laws of God. They're not worshiping the only true God. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 12. That at the time ye were without Christ,
Right? Without Christ. Our people were without Christ. They were the Greek mythology, Roman mythology. They were worshiping all these pagan gods. Right? Go ahead.
being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel,
Right? Being strangers. Our people were strangers from the commonwealth of Israel. Go ahead.
and strangers from the covenants of promise,
Right, from the covenants of promise, which is what? Us getting our nationality back, being in the land, us having handmaids and servants, ruling the earth. Go ahead.
having no hope and without God in the world.
Having no hope and without God in the world. And that's our people that have no hope. The only hope that they got is in the next paycheck that they get, or the next broad that they finna go pipe down, or the next blunt they finna go roll up, or the next lick they finna go hit. That's what our people have hope in. They don't have hope in the Most how. They don't have hope that they're going to come out of captivity that they're in today and go back to their land of Israel, to the Holy Land, motherland, right? Our motherland. What you got? Yeah, go to 1 Kings. They say it's 11. Or it's like 10:33 or 11:33, one or the other. Where it speaks about the northern kingdom going off and worshiping idols. Yeah, start at 28.
1 Kings 11 and 28. And the man Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor, and Solomon seeing the young man that he was industrious.
Right, Jeroboam. It's a northern kingdom. Right?
He made him ruler over all the charge of the house of Joseph.
Right, the house of Joseph. And then the rest of the 10 tribes from Ephraim all the way down to Issachar. Go ahead. And
it came to pass at that time when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem that the prophet Ahijah, the Shilonite, found him in the way, and he had clad himself with a new garment, and they too were alone in the field. And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces.
Right, 12 pieces. Right, go ahead.
And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces.
Take thee 10 pieces. Read.
For thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon.
Right, rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon. Because Solomon did what? He had 1,000 wives which pursued him to what? Into idols. He went off and started serving his wives gods, right? The Moabites, Ammonites, all these various nations of women that he had, right? Go ahead. So that's why the kingdom was taken away from him and split. Go ahead. After that, hold John 11.
And he said to Jeroboam, take ye 10 pieces, for thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. But he shall have 1 tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel. Verse 33, because that they have forsaken me and have worshipped Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, Chemosh, the god of the Moabites.
And this also deals with Ishtar, right? When you deal with Easter, this goes, that word Ashtoreth, that's where Easter comes from. Worshiping of that god, that Babylonian god, Egyptian god. Right, go ahead.
Chemosh, the god of the Moabites.
Right. Chemosh, the god of the Moabites. Right, go ahead.
And Milcom, the god of the children of Ammon, and have not walked in my ways.
Yeah, we didn't walk in his ways. So these are the tribes, the 10 tribes, right? The northern kingdom that went off and started serving idols, along with the southern kingdom, Judah. So the Gentiles that Paul was going unto, that he was writing these letters to, was Israelites. They just started calling themselves Greeks, Romans, right? They started calling themselves out of the land that they inhabit, right? That's like, because when you write down the application, it always asks what? Are you a U.S. citizen, right? We knew Paul was a Roman citizen, but he wasn't a Roman. He was an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. He says that in Romans 11. We get that in John 11 and start at 49. Yeah, make sure you hit this brother up, man. Send him some videos. That way you can come out here, you know, and start swinging, man.
I know, man. You guys be kicking me down. I'm like, man. You know, I know, son.
Here you go, brother.
I got one.
I got one. I'm listening, man. And,
check this out, man.
Man, I know, man. Hey, we're in there where we're going to talk about this.
Hit me up so I get your number. So I get
I'm going to hit you up.
Show him some AOC. This brother, listen, you be perfect with Sakari too, bro. AOC and really,
AOC.
He'll lift his spirit up, man.
Yeah.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Black Rock.
Them Ephraimites and that Gadai and Shar. Jeremy and Shar. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go in here and back real quick.
All right, brother.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, I'm going to hit you up.
Take it easy, all right?
All right, man.
Be safe,
All right, you guys.
Cut it.
We're gonna go
Oh,
across
yeah.
the street. So we finna